What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play CJ. Today we're focusing on the Norris Trophy for NHL's best defenseman and why I think Zdeno Chara, the Boston Bruins, aka Big Z, should win the Norris Trophy. But start off with the honorable mention. Brian Campbell having a renaissance year for the Panthers. I think the relocation from Chicago to Florida is a good thing. I think anyone will agree with that. I love Chicago, but you really can't beat the good weather. 33 points in 42 games for the Panthers. He sucked in Chicago last year, and ever since then, that big deal. And I mean, it's not fair to say that, but he did. 27 points in 65 games last year for the Hawks, so he's really jumped past that. And I think the other thing is with maturity, he's playing a leadership role on the Panthers, where he's more stuck behind Duncan Keith, Brent Seabrook, and eventually Nick Leddy and Nicholas Strawmelson and guys like that. Whereas opposed to the Panthers, he's a leader. He's setting an example for Dmitry Kulikov, Erica Branson, guys like that. But he's having a great year. It's good to see a guy bounce back like that. Number 3, and I'm going to take a lot of heat for this. Erik Karlsson, he's averaging almost a point a game and a +7, which is great. He's really breaking out for the Ottawa Senators. He's got a bright future, and I think he'll win a bunch of these. And he's really made the Ottawa Senators a play. They're hanging around. I think that the new coaching staff's great too, but he's really making it easy for the forwards. To cycle back at the puck, give him great passes, making the power play work. At 41 points in 43 games, it's hard to have him that low, but he's still got to learn the nuances of physical hockey and defensive zone hockey. He could very well win it. I think the offensive stats of that Gaudy. Does he follow through in the second half? I don't know. Buffalo was averaging a point a game last year and didn't end up winning it, but I wish nothing but the best for the kid. He's really, really skilled, and if you haven't seen him play, you really should. He's outstanding and really can turn a power play around for you. Number 2, Shea Weber. Missed some time with a concussion, but still amongst the league's elite defensemen. 30 points in 37 games on 9 goals and 21 assists and a +12. All the trade rumors and, will Nashville get him locked up and all that shit. He's put all that aside and really had a great year for the Predators. I think he's talent-wise the best defenseman in the National Hockey League. I don't think there's anyone close to him, just how good he is. Physically, he's tough. He has a booming shot. Great. He's really worked on his passing ability. And I really, if I had to build a franchise with one defenseman, I'd take him every single time. He's the preeminent defenseman in hockey, and I think what all defensemen should measure themselves up to be. But he's not having the best year amongst blue liners in the NHL. I'm somewhat biased in this, but I got to go with Big Z, Zdeno Chara, the Boston Bruins. 25 points in 36 games for the Bruins, but his offensive numbers don't tell the whole tale for what he's played, for how well Big Z's played. He's got +27, best in the league amongst defensemen. He's really done it all for the Bruins. Let's get his ice time stats here. 6'9". He's gotta take a detour to get around him really, and he's done everything for the Bruins. Was captain of the Stanley Cup champion team last year, and is really on par to do that again. He on par when we're playing golf. He's really paced the Bruins with his two-way play, his physicality is second to none. I mean, being 6'9" really helps you out with that. But where is he amongst? He's down in ice time. He's usually up around 25 minutes a game. He's down to 24, 28 this year. So it is around 25 minutes a game, right about. I'm not thinking that great, but Big Z is really a key reason for the reason the Bruins are playing as well as they are. Lets the forwards take more risks, knowing you got a guy back there that can, break up a rush, and having Tim Thomas behind you to stop the puck really makes life easy. But he's second. He's first in the league in plus/minus amongst defensemen. He's and he's better than his offensive numbers. He's not just offense. That's the thing with Z. Is he dominates the game in all facets. He's like I said, a leader. He wears a C proudly. He captained the Stanley Cup championship team, and he's already won one of these. I think he's going to go for 2 this year. He's really been, I think, one of the key reasons for the Bruins' success. I think the year Thomas and Tuukka are having, Bergie being a Selke candidate, Sagan and Marchand's breakout years. I think he's been almost underrated in his contributions to the Bruins. And you're saying that, he's a captain, he's making $7 million a year. But everyone else I was shining on, but he's been just as big of a part as any. He's a key cog in the machine that is the Boston Bruins. And if they want to win the Stanley Cup again, they're gonna need him on his game, and I think he will be, and he's up for the challenge of going back to back. No team's repeated since the '98 Red Wings, and I think the Bruins want to buck that trend, and I think Z is going to be a huge part of that in the second half of the season and in the playoffs. But obviously, the Norris Trophy votes don't count towards playoff play, obviously. But I think down the stretch, he's going to be. He should double. He should end the year with 60 points, and be, like I said, a key reason for the Bruins repeating the Stanley Cup champions. Like I said, 6'9", he's a physically imposing player. I mean, you can see that yourselves. But that's who I'd pick for my Norris Trophy vote. That's it for this episode of the Power Play with CJ, covering Zdeno Chara's candidacy for the Norris Trophy. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season.